As the lines between the business and creative industries continue to merge, a new term used to keep attendees engaged is trending. On this edition of Convene TV, sponsored by MGM Resorts International. Engaging an increasingly distracted audience is an ongoing challenge in the meetings and events industry. One effective method is converging education with entertainment. Here to show us how to get the party started is MGM's Senior VP and Chief Sales Officer, Mike Dominguez. So Mike, what is this next big thing revolutionizing attendee engagement?
The next big thing in live events is festivalization. In its simplest concepts, when you think about the live events that are happening around the country, most of them revolve around music and entertainment. You see that same type of engagement being brought into even corporate events.
So we've seen this type of success at festivals like South by Southwest, where music, innovation, and technology all meet in one place. So how does this translate to the rest of the meetings and events industry?
I think the meetings industry is really starting to recognize and understand that being entertained and being educated are not mutually exclusive. There is a way to bring those together and to bring elements of energy and entertainment to all aspects of that program, whether it is a live event program or whether it is even online.
So Mike, for those who love this idea but are reluctant to make change, how do they start the process of festivalization?
I think it's important when people are a little bit nervous about making change. You don't have to change the entire program. There is no reason you can't tiptoe into this and say, let me take a portion of the program and have a different form of engagement and really break the model. But if you're talking about breaking the model with 1.5 hours of a 3-day program, it's not the largest risk.
That's a great point. There are plenty of shows that prefer old-fashioned methods, but changing things up just slightly can make a world of difference. So what other tips do you have for strategists looking to liven up their event?
Yeah, some of the things that work and some of the simplest things is you should remember you should never walk into a room without energy. And that means really putting some thought into what is the music that's going to be playing, what's the energy you're trying to create. I do a lot of industry education. If you come into one of my breakouts, I always have music already playing and it's built into my presentation. There is a whole different energy by the time I start that versus it being completely quiet. I'm starting the program and we get into an introduction.
And that can go for trade shows as well, right? Of course, you have exhibitors, but that still leaves room for engagement in other areas of the show.
It absolutely does. And I think the number one thing to think about is how do you create energy in all spaces? We have micro locations inside the larger location. In a ballroom, you have micro locations inside the larger location. How do you take those micro locations and make sure they're all activated with energy, enthusiasm, and most importantly, you can probably build energy with music more than anything else.
So by merging the professional and personal interests of your attendees, you can drive higher brand engagement at your show. That does it for this edition of Convene TV, produced by CNTV. I'm Kimberly Bottom. We'll see you next time.